great. Brought you a little gift.
Oh, wow.
Something for, from
Hey,
the store. I
thank you
know
very
you might
much.
be, a little hungry.
Yeah, I am hungry. Do you guys mind?
Absolutely.
Do you guys
Fire
mind?
it up. Absolutely.
All right. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. This is a messy one.
Well,
This is...
Oh, Dodge.
All over the white fucking fruit.
I would have gotten you a plain one had I known.
Yeah.
I'm terribly sorry.
Thanks for the napkins.
Yeah, anytime. Oh, yeah, let's slip those in there.
It's delicious.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was 7 months for that bit.
They had
by the way.
50 more of these suits at the Ark, just in case anybody's interested. You still... All right, let's go.
Excellent.
So we had you on the show the last time, and
Yes.
I feel I don't want to go over old ground because that would be boring for me and maybe for you as well. So if you want to find out how you got into business, why you like the business,
Just watch the old
just watch
show.
the old video.
Exactly.
And I was afraid what we were going to talk about, but there have been a couple of controversies this summer involving hot dogs. Maybe you don't view them as controversies.
Okay.
There's a guy who set up a Twitter account
Yes.
under your name,
Yes.
but you don't care.
My two major thoughts are, one, as long as he's not saying anything negative about us, and he's not doing it outside my bedroom window. I honestly, I don't have the time to do it, and it seems to be working okay. Although customers tend to be baffled when I tell them that it's not me.
Well, I wonder why. He signs himself Doug.
Exactly. Possibly that leads to it.
What about the Facebook page? Is that your page?
Not at all.
Are you kidding me?
Not at all. Yeah, absolutely.
You have like 9,000 friends on it.
Look at me. Not so bad a lot. Although I think someone did tell me there is a Hot Dogs is Bullshit site too, which I think is for people complaining about the line.
Really?
So yeah, that one I might join.
See, That's what I'm talking about with laughing 10 seconds after you say something.
Problem. Yeah, it's all right.
I was going to ask you that, and I'm going to ask you now.
Sure.
So there are some people, you get so much praise. You go on the line, people are like, this is the best place ever. You have to go there. If you go to Chicago, go to Hot Dogs.
Thank you.
But there are people who hate you, who hate the place?
Apparently so. I don't know. I mean, it's a long line. Saturday, 2 o'clock, I don't recommend coming. Yeah.
The second controversy.
Yes.
There was a guy, or two guys,
Yes.
who were delivering
Yes.
hot dogs
True.
to the Loop
Yes.
without your permission, knowledge.
Correct.
They charged $1.
For each sausage, as far as I know. So as far as I can tell, the business model, they were up to well over $6 a day. So, so God bless them. I don't really see how this was going to pan out, but absolutely.
But you told them to knock it off.
Yes, mostly because it wasn't so much the delivering as much as appropriating the name. Yeah, that's one of those things
I read
that
he was a nationally recognized bike messenger. I don't know what that means.
Man, I don't know what that means either. Yes.
But it's pretty incredible.
Well, more so now. Yeah, once I found, yes. And I had no idea until someone pointed it out to me on their iPhone machine. And said, have you seen this site? And I was like, maybe not so much. Yeah, that one, yes. Mostly because I wanted to be the man to squash the entrepreneurial spirit of some two young upstarts. That was really why I did it.
Other than that, though, business as usual.
Business is going okay, yeah, no complaints.
Now, a friend of mine said, and I've been there recently, but during the week, I go at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
But someone said the lines right now are worse than they've ever been.
This summer it was a little insane. There have been a couple of occasions where someone was in line before I got there. a little disconcerting. Lines have been, but we have a brand new sidewalk, so apparently it's more comfortable now.
Did the line wear out the old sidewalk?
I think so. Exactly, a lot of divots. Exactly.
What's your seriously, on a serious note, what is your feeling about the line? Do you feel good about it? Do you feel bad for the people in it at all?
It's ambivalent. There's no doubt about it. There's no way, as a restaurateur, I could complain in the slightest about it. But it definitely, a lot of our regulars who it's unfortunate, the line there now. Some people really supportive of the business over the last few years. Not quite shut out, but it becomes a little bit of a hardship. Having said that, though, I can only see to the door, so everything that exists outside, unbeknownst to me. So yeah, but it's a tough thing.
Do you ever think about providing entertainment for people outside?
I thought there was. Though I know there's a good humor man who shows up on Fridays and Saturdays. And someone asked me, well, do you need to get rid of him? I was like, as long as you're not selling hot dogs, I don't know. He can be out there all day.
But people
And
could eat a
bottled
lot and get
water
full and not eat as much.
It was
as you.
mostly bottled water and I think popsicles. So
Okay.
and it was during obviously when it was a little warmer. Someone told me there is like a magician, like a close-up magician out there now.
Really?
I know he came to me like earlier in the spring asking if it'd be okay. I was like, "Are you selling hot dogs?" No, fine, go ahead. I was like, "And you're on your own. If people decide to beat the crap out of you, you're on your own. We're not coming out there to help."
He was gone
We
when I was
provide
there,
no
so
security.
somebody must have beaten the crap
It's
out of him.
possible, exactly. Yeah.
Well, let's talk. Last time we talked about which
It's
sounds.
warm up here, by
It's
the way.
what?
it's warm up here.
Well, it's the
That's what
lights.
No,
It's
no, I know. I'm
television.
just saying. No, I
It's the
understand.
showbiz.
Don't.
Isn't it hot in the kitchen?
A little bit hot.
Yeah.
You know, it's there all day. I thought maybe a little air conditioning would kill you. Really, big
you want
budget.
me-
No, it's all right.
That's what I remember from last time. You give me shit up here.
Just a little bit. Probably. Exactly. And yet I'm back.
The story of how hot dogs started sounds apocryphal, but it's not.
Yes, correct.
You were sitting around with some friends.
Yes.
Someone said, "There's got to be a better way to make a hot dog."
Yes.
And then you said, "I'll go find a way of doing it."
Yes. For the most part.
So
that's-
let's
yes,
not go over
exactly
the
what
whole
happened.
story again.
Exactly.
What happened before then? What put you in a position that you were able to open up a hot dog place? What was your history with hot dogs or food before that?
Well, I like eating them.
Okay,
And
okay.
went graduate cooking school,
Okay,
and that's it.
that's it.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Did you? I mean, you go to cooking school. They don't teach you how to
Yes.
make hot dogs.
No, but and I get asked that question a lot. You know, well, you're just selling hot dogs, and if you work in a kitchen, and anybody who does will attest to this, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be the finest of ingredients, finest of restaurants. The point is to get the thing hot and out of the kitchen as fast as possible. And so it doesn't matter. After a while, that's the goal.
Well, tell me about. You grew up in Chicago.
I did.
Were hot dogs? Everybody likes them, or a lot of
Yes.
people like them. But were they a special part of your childhood?
In the sense that salt, fat, and meat were a special part of my childhood, then yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you've talked, and I've read where you've talked about how you didn't feel, and this goes back to the story, that hot dog stands in recent years, or before you opened, had kind of lost some of their degree of quality.
Yes. Most of them, the hot dog itself is a fairly low profit item. So what happens is with most hot dog stands, they're selling gyros and chicken breast sandwiches and pizza puffs and so forth. So the hot dog just, slowly goes to the bottom of the menu. And there is a reputation for the Chicago hot dog. And I think with a lot of things that have reputation, whatever city, and that food item or anything, the reputation grows, but the actual product sort of either declines or remains stagnant. And so just in my research, just found that most places just didn't do it well. Didn't do it necessarily badly, but very few places I thought did it well. And I think it's a great food item, and there's no reason it shouldn't be good.
Well, tell me about the hot dogs of your youth.
Oh, gosh. Mostly, the ones that stick out were like the Oscar Mayer Smoky Links at Wrigley Field were all particularly favorited those.
And you won't eat hot dogs at Wrigley Field anymore.
No, not anymore. Because I think it's actually the same hot dogs that were made when I was going. When Adolfo Phillips was catching fly balls, they still have those hot dogs left. There's a hot box under second base, I think, where they keep everything. But for the most part, there wasn't. There were a couple places and around that would eat them, and always loved them.
What do you think?